Welcome. Today we are going to learn how to cook Karai chicken. This is a very popular Indian dish. Unlike a chicken curry, which would have more sauce, this is a little bit drier, but still served with rice. So what are you going to need? I've got 3 chicken breasts here. I've got soya sauce, some garam masala, black pepper, salt, tomato paste, garlic and ginger, lemon juice, which is just at the end for garnish, along with coriander, again for garnish. You do have a couple of green chilies, onion, 1 onion actually cut into small bite-sized pieces, and 2 tomatoes, which we will cut into small pieces as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to heat up about a 1/4 cup of oil in your wok, which I've had started. I'm going to add quickly the chicken. And keep it on low. You want to get the chicken so that it's just frying in there. You're going to add to this, you're going to add 1 teaspoon of ginger, 1 teaspoon garlic, and you're going to mix this a little bit before we start adding some of the other ingredients. With the green chilies, what I do is I usually just snap them just to get a bit of the flavor out of it. You're going to add that, and we're going to fry this for a few minutes. So you'll just see that the color of the chicken is going to change. It's going to turn white. So I use chicken breasts here. You can use thighs and chicken legs if that's what you prefer. You can actually use a whole chicken, like cut it up into pieces and make it that way. I'm using chicken breast because that's what I've had at home. So we're going to let this fry for a few minutes. And then what we're going to do is what I do is I wait just for the chicken to change its color, and then I'll add the onions and tomatoes. Now, I do want to just make note here that when you add the tomatoes and onions, you want to save a few pieces of both for the end, and I'll show you as we go through this how we're going to do that at the end. So now the chicken has changed its color. I'm going to add the onions, and while that's cooking here, I'm just going to cut the tomatoes. So again, for this one, we're just using large pieces of tomatoes. You don't have to crush them because you do want them to simmer with the onions. So now we're going to cut both of these into small pieces. And then we're going to add these to the chicken, just like this. And we're going to let that fry for a little bit. Okay, just so the flavors can all integrate. This is a really nice dish that has a lot of flavor, but not too spicy. Now, I do know, if you like it spicy, you could add red chili powder, cayenne pepper, but I'm actually just going to let the chilies that I put in there give it a bit of that spunk. So we're going to let this fry for a little bit. Oops. I'm just going to put it on, it's on medium-low for heat. Oh, you know what? As I told you, I kind of forgot myself. So easy to just take out a few of the tomatoes and a couple of the onions, because we will need this at the end. I just put it all in here. So we're just going to take that out. We just need a little bit. A little bit of onion there. So I've taken that out, and we're going to use that at the end. So here we go. We're going to fry this for a little bit. And the chicken doesn't take long to actually cook, right? So you just want to get the flavors from the onion and the tomato. And once this is nicely stirred, we're just going to let that cook for a bit. In the meantime, I'm going to show you, we're going to need, let me just get another teaspoon, a couple of them. So you're going to need a teaspoon of black pepper, a quarter teaspoon, sorry. So you're going to need to just kind of go with your own taste. I do like a lot of pepper, so I'm just going to add a bit more. We're going to need a tablespoon of tomato paste. Perfect. A teaspoon of salt. So you may want to alter that again. You know, if you don't want it too salty, then use less. But for this much chicken, I think a teaspoon should be good. We're going to need a tablespoon of the soya sauce. Just use this one. There we go. And we're going to need about a quarter teaspoon of the garam masala. Okay. And now we're just going to get it all in here. Once you see that the tomato paste and all of the spices have mixed in together, we're just going to add the tomatoes and onions that we've set aside. So we're just going to mix this first. This is a nice comfort food. It tastes great with naan. We're going to have it with rice tonight, but you can definitely have it with naan or a rice pilaf. One of these days I'm going to make a rice pilaf and we'll share that recipe with you as well. So this recipe actually is in my mom's cookbook, the ebook that I've got out. We raised just over $2,300 when we had that book out to help people, to help an organization that is helping people, you know, dealing with the challenges of COVID-19. They've been around for a long time. It's called West End Area Emergency Support. And they help people in our community that are at most risk, most vulnerable. So that ebook actually has this recipe. So now that you can see that I've let it cook, I'm just going to add the remaining tomatoes and onions. And that's just going to, you want to just let this simmer for a bit just so that all the flavors can integrate. So I'm just going to put it on low. And at the end, once it's all done and you let it cook for another, I would say 5 to 10 minutes, you will garnish it with a little bit of coriander, and you're going to put just maybe a teaspoon of lemon juice. And that's just to complete it off. And then you're done. Dinner's ready. So you see how quick and easy that is. Anybody can do it. You don't really, you don't need to have too much time. Just need the ingredients. I hope that you have a great dinner with your family and you enjoy the rest of the weekend. I will see you soon.